Hi there, Son of Leos. This is your next 48-hour reading with me, Kim. Hope you're doing really well. Let's get into your reading. As always, my Leos, next 48-hour, I ask that we call in your spirit guides, your angels, to give us messages along with the card meanings. So there might be some additional messages that come out. Just kind of whatever comes to my mind, as long as I feel like it's for the greater good, and then it'll come out. If there are heavy energies, Leo, we transmute them. That is what we do. That's what we're good at. So let's see. I'm using the Good Tarot, by the way. We're going to do a Celtic cross with the Good Tarot. And then we'll clarify with the original tarot. All right. Cut the deck for Leo. Bottom of the deck. And I'm not going to put them in reverse, but I will, because I want to see the pictures. But I will definitely take into account if it's in reverse, such as this. I mean, there's a really, really different meaning for the Four of Fire in reverse. The Four of Fire in reverse, well, it's moving on, and I feel like it's moving on towards like a newer something to celebrate, but it's something's new about this energy. Reason to separate. This is a card, though, that is associated with movement. Some people may be having to move apart or together. I mean, either one, I guess. All right, Page of Fire, but I'm going to put it like that. Full energy. Page of Water. Oh, okay, Leos. Two of Air. Oh my goodness, the sun. Dun dun dun. The sun. Oh, nice. Okay. Future energy. Wow. Wow. Okay. You are feeling. Okay. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'm going to put it right side up, but we remember it was these two that were upside down. There's the Ten of Fire. There's the Five of Fire. Oh my gosh, it's all action. No talk, all action with the Emperor as the last card. My goodness. Some of you all are moved. What I'm also picking up with this Four of Fire is that some of you all just haven't got the news yet to celebrate. But sure enough, when the news comes in, you'll be celebrating, you'll be blowing that trumpet and letting everybody know, hey, announcement, this is coming. This is what's to come. That's really what it's feeling like it's coming out with the full energy here. The Page of Fire was reversed when we pulled it out, meaning that you're just waiting on this news to come. Excuse me. You may need some rest, or just make sure that you're getting your rest here. You know, taking a quick glance at your reading. You're definitely waiting on news. News that's going to really light your fire. It's going to kick in a celebration whenever it's a milestone met. Okay, so that's going to happen, no doubt. And this is part of it. This is part of the message. The Page of Cups is the message. How quickly the news is and how it comes in as good news is what the current issues that you just haven't gotten the news yet. This is probably one of my favorite cards that they have. It's just so pretty. The colors and everything. I just really love that. A kid blowing the horn. So there's something to celebrate, right? It's a zero. It's a brand new something. always we learn with this beginner's mind, though. Even if this is celebrating something that we've done before, it's a new energy. A new energy has come. So that's what I'm seeing with those. Those are possibly representing a child fire sign or a child water sign. Leo, Aries, Sag, or Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Two of Air was you were undecided. And what I want to say about that is that sometimes we're undecided, you know, on a soul level instead of on a human level, because always life progresses and it manifests what your true intent, your true desire is. And the Two of Swords is just being, it feels like being split, but perhaps it was your oversoul making a decision. I mean, perhaps there was something about news or letting go of how something's going to look. Sometimes the Two of Air can also represent coming together with a peaceful resolution here. So let me pull a clarifying card. That's probably the first part where I say I want a clarifying card, because everything is so easy. Look at this Ace of Cups right on the bottom. Some of you all getting the news of a childbirth. That's why somebody pregnant. That's why the sun's out. Can also be this is when something really starts to take off for you. It can feel a bit overwhelming because this is intense energy of the sun that is, you know, associated with Leo, though. So it's all you. There's no doubt that you can handle all of this. We really have a lot of Aries energy, so a lot of confidence here in your reading too. So I'm getting the message undecided. Like I'm feeling undecided with this Two of Air here. What's the Two of Air about? Could be Libra energy too here. Oh, okay. All right. It's time for the Emperor energy to have some influence over things. I think it's just why it's saying that. I think this pulls it in. So divine timing, or couldn't have more time, really was running out of time possibly for something to be mended. And I think Temperance is, well, it's always saying in divine time, but I think that means now when it's in the reverse like that. So either we couldn't get everybody to get along perfectly, or it might be something that's still in the works that's tied up to this Emperor energy and strong foundation. Sagittarius energy. Maybe a Sagittarius not present. And Sun is anything, it's like the best. Look at that, the Hangman. Sun coming in with a new perspective. Coming in with an enlightened new perspective. It really could be the news of a child. Seriously, it could be that. In addition to the family, a loan granted, piece of property given to you, a car given to you, somebody working on your car, kindness out of kindness here, something good. Like it's all good things, but it's like that step above what you already thought was good. It's a step above that. And I have the Queen of Water, absolutely, probably the most beautiful, other than this Page of Cups energy and the Fool energy. This Queen of Water is absolutely beautiful. As you can tell, I like that color. I love the color turquoise. And yeah, this Queen of Water is really in tune with what her body needs. Very in tune with her intuition. she's all about how to receive with the queens, because the queens, they're usually about receiving or giving, right? Receiving or giving, because, you know, the Queen of Wands. But the Queen of Water here is knows how to give love to herself to the best she possibly can. And then it's like things start changing with this card. Things start changing. More is expected after this sun comes and warms up everything. It's like more emotionally is expected out of the things that we put our time and energy into. The Queen of Water, other than that, I do relate it to the card about health and, you know, what you're eating and taking good care of yourself. If you receive love easily from yourself, you're going to be able to receive it from somebody else. Practice abundance and receiving in every way possible. Seven of Fire here was in reverse for how you are feeling. I think that is a good sign that we're not really stressed out, because the Seven of Fire upright to me would be super stressed, and the Ten of Fire almost seems like it's super stressed, but there's something that's going to relieve all of that stressing. So let's figure out what it is. Or maybe that's saying that it's temporary. I don't know. There's something that we may feel like not doing or announcing until we get more information. There we go. Trying not to think about everything that, all of those things that, I don't know, like labels, things that you feel like you should do, or people you feel like you should be, because that's how it always is. Like getting out of that mindset. It's a mind prison, and you know that you can get stuck there. So we're not burning, we're not cracking every day, we're not breaking down. So, but we are exhausted here because I have the Ten of Fire. What is the Ten of Fire clarified by? She's setting notes on fire, or I don't know, maybe you're setting something to fire. Empress energy in reverse, Page of Cups energy in reverse. So that is your outlook. The outlook is a little bit like, I don't know if there's any hope for this situation. You just, it's a situation that you just don't want to think about. That's what I could say of how to describe it. But I'll tell you, there's good stuff coming in. So the only cards in your whole reading, Leo, that could trip you up are yourself. The yourself card and how you feel about the things that you see. Need to know that those are not the manifestations of what is coming. That's what you're creating now. Five of Fire, competition. It's a fear. I think that's a fear of, yeah, well, look at that 10-10. The big fear here is more about divine timing than anything. Yeah. The 10 of Fire, 10 of Fire, 10-10. In divine timing, everything will happen in divine timing. If something's not happening yet, it's not meant to. I think there's probably a lot of competition, and I think something is a lot of work. But I don't think you're going to burn out, fade out, or fizzle out. I think this is more of a perspective thing, and it's going towards the negative, so we really need to pull away from that anyway. Pull away from that. Emperor energy up here. Emperor energy. Queen of Cups in the reverse. The Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. It's connecting Leo. Okay, Leo, Aries, and Cancer. And we have Cancer twice. So we could have some people that are out of work due to, well, something could be Cancer with someone, because having to miss work for health, or having to miss work for anything that's related to taking better care of yourself. So this is something that's definitely going to have to be worked on. Leo, let's find out what is going on. What is all this stuff about? Let's get another deck. See what this is about. Something that's not working. Oh, okay. Something else that's not working that has to do with the Queen of Cups is some of the things you're eating, and so something won't work. There's something about burnout that you want to avoid because it's not, that stressed out energy is not going to help the body. And you want the body to feel the most optimum. You're going to be celebrating here. 9 of Pentacles too, financial windfall. So we're understanding what health-wise is working and what's not working. We may have sensitivities to things, a little bit more sensitive during this time, during these switches of energy. You'll feel it. You'll know what doesn't work for you and what does. This is for you to be the emperor over your own life and your own health too. And what's good is that, you know, this is upright. And so I think it's what helps get things going. Yeah, it's the clarity that you need to feel better during any kind of hardships, any kind of temporary times of hardship. When you get clarity of how best to take care of yourself, things start coming, more starts coming to you. It will be reflected. What else do we have regarding what this clarity is about or information? What is this clarity or information about? Justice. Wheel of Fortune. It's all perspective. It's all about perspective. When this comes out with the Page of Cups, it's all about perspective. So you're withdrawing your energy from something or someone, or you did withdraw from a situation, something you just don't want to think about. The Wheel of Fortune's in reverse. It means that's good luck. It's just all about perspective and how you look. It's probably the way, you're probably judging the way that you got somewhere. And then the Justice, taking care of yourself. It actually could be court or something like that. It goes okay. I mean, if it's in the upright, it's good for anybody that's involved with that because you could just work there. And King of Cups. And the Tower in reverse. Yay. So this is what I'm seeing is that you're going to build something. Some of you all are building something really new with a new person, a new love interest, because it's going to be the king to you. You know, if we have those energies, it's king in. So this is great. This could be a new person. It could be Scorpio. Scorpio strong. The Tower in reverse is you're building something. You're building something after what did not work. And Justice here, it's going to be fair. It'll be balanced. It'll be loving. You'll be making making decisions based out of love, not fear. Needing to let go of any judgments that you may have on anybody else and their possibly mistakes, if you want to call it that. Okay, so how do you feel? Clarified. So maybe, Leo, what's funny is your energy just a minute ago was like you're feeling not so hopeful. And now your energy is telling me you're halfway hopeful. So you're getting there. You're getting there. You need to view it as something good. Whenever this good news comes in, it will help you. It will help you get clarity on what's working, what's not working, and how to rebuild. I say how to rebuild. All right, Leo, let's get, and that is firm foundations. Your Emperor energy is the outcome, a strategy, a good strategy. A good strategy for Leo. Okay, Sacred Rebels Oracle, going beyond normal, 14. And 36, listening for truth. Okay. Now, hang on one second, because I know I've got the book here somewhere. Oh, well, I'll just tell you what I think about that. Oh, there it is. I'll still just tell you what I think about that. So we have listening for truth with that little conch shell, 36. Listening for truth. And this is the Sacred Rebels Oracle. Says, truth speaks to us constantly, but not always in words. It may communicate through a feeling that's hard to put into words. So it's saying you're being asked to listen to the spiritual truth behind what people say. Says you're hearing something that is not being said. Okay, so you're being asked to love yourself enough to honor the truth, even if you feel like you're the only one doing so. Sacred rebels need truth like lungs need oxygen. Truth keeps the energy of life flowing through the rebellious heart. Lies dampen the spirit of the sacred rebel. Even if those with less awakened hearts fear the truth, you must not turn away from it. And don't resent this state of affairs. That's what I was saying, is there is something here in Leo's, I don't want to think about it spot. I don't even want to think about it. The truth is your connection to the living life itself. Don't give up. Just open up to healing and know that the truth eventually always prevails. So, let's see here. It says, place your hand very lightly on the front and back of your throat and say, I now release all vows of silence I have ever made, consciously or not. I now release all lies, deceptions, and painful words, spoken or unspoken, that are affecting my ability to clearly know and speak my truth. I am held in unconditional love with protection and grace, so be it. Within me, beyond all that rises and falls, only truth remains. That's beautiful. That's nice. 14, going beyond normal. These are deciding moments here. It says where you can choose to go with the mainstream or dare to take a bolder, more authentic approach. Yeah. It says placing science or architecture above all else kills the rebellious heart. There's the rebellious heart again. Steadfastly relying on logic, proof, and a complete set of plans to measure and dictate outcomes will suffocate the soul. You're being asked to stay open to the intuitive approach in your life, your work, your creativity, and your spiritual journey. You may have pressures around you. Or accepted mainstream, you need a well thought out plan. Yeah, Spirit doesn't do things in a linear type way, because that's what makes their involvements feel so miraculous, is because it's all being messed with at the same time. If something's being healed, like in the past, it affects the present and future, and they're just able to do it masterfully, and it looks like miracles. It says you are moving outside of the plan. You're living on the border of what is socially accepted. And this is good. This is fringe dwelling freedom. Others may not see this about you straight away. You may seem pretty normal with that secret. I like that. Secret eccentric streak is just waiting to show itself. Maybe you're out and proud fringe dweller, completely comfortable with this way of being. Yeah. All right. So call on now unconditional love and ask for the blessings of the heart to be witnessed and sanctioned by the great universal creator, so that I may rise above small-mindedness and use the best of what human cultures have to offer in service to love. Through my own free will, so be it. All right, and that's what I got for you, Leo. Sending you love and light.